Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. This is a general reading for anyone who decides to look at the video. It does not have a specific time frame around it. My intention for this type of reading is if a person, is called to the video, hopefully there is some insight or some information that they can gain out of it. I did do a meditation and prayer before I started the video. I also prepped the cards, and I want to go over your overall energy for right now as well as your environment, and then we'll go into more details around the situation that you find yourself in. So let's get started with the your overall energy. You've got the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, and this is what I was picking up on when I was meditating before I started the video. There's a lot of hesitation and nervousness. I tried to do the video a couple times before this one because I had a hard time getting my words out, and it just felt like some anxiety around the situation. So there's some overthinking happening right now. Too much in the mind. You want to take a look at that, and it does have to do with something that involves emotional fulfillment or some type of emotional satisfaction. Usually with the Ten of Cups, this is it's a wonderful card. It speaks to family, to love, just overall feeling really positive and having an optimistic point of view, optimistic mindset, but for some reason there is some anxiety around that. There's some anxiety around maybe your family situation. I don't know if this is happening with children, partnership, but for some reason you find yourself overthinking. It does feel like there is a lot of the what if talk in your mind. You want to be careful with how you are speaking to yourself, that self-talk that we, tend to have, especially when we're overthinking, right? Like when that's happening, we play out all these stories in our head, and the majority of the time those stories are not real. So just kind of come back to reality a little bit. Ground yourself. I know I talk about that a lot in my videos, but I think it's really important, especially when we are in a moment like this, of this fear-based type of thinking. So there's some fear around, could be a family situation, a love situation, or just an emotional imbalance is also what I'm getting. See if there's anything in your environment, what the cards have to say about that. There may be someone in your environment that is a little opposite of this. So this person is more clear-headed, logical. They know what they want, they know what they're doing, they know what path or direction they're on. They don't really allow, even though they are a logical, mental, intellectual type of person, they don't allow their thoughts to consume them. They have a really good control over those thoughts. So if this is in your environment, there might be someone around you that maybe can help you with this overthinking, or you may be stressed out and have anxiety around this person. They may be detached right now, and maybe that is why you are in that fear-based mode. If you are looking to speak to this person, wanting to speak to this person, maybe this person hasn't reached out to you in a while, and you're kind of just in anxiety mode around that. I do think that if that is the case, which I'm feeling that is strongly the case for some of you. You may be in your own mind around the situation while this other person is going through their own thing. Okay, I would also advise you not to take this personally. It does look as though the other person is also, they also have a situation that is happening, or a circumstance in their life right now that is taking their time, taking their energy. They are completely focused on that. So they seem detached. If they seem like they're not talking to you, there's a good reason for it. It seems like you want emotional fulfillment with this person. This person is just not there at the same level as you are right now when it comes to meeting in the middle and wanting the same things. It doesn't mean that they don't want to ever. It just means that right now they are going through something of their own that is preventing them from having the time, having the energy to deal with whatever this is that you're going through. And I don't want to sound harsh, but that is what I'm picking up on. And when I was doing the meditation before the reading, I did pick up on, and I got a vision around someone staring and observing another person. This is exactly what came up, actually. Someone staring and observing another person while the other person was staring and observing something else. Okay, so whatever this is, for whoever this is, that is the situation that I'm feeling right now that is coming up. But let's get some more details around that. Sorry, these cards are loud. What is the situation that's happening? We can have more details around that, please. Okay. So overall, aside from this anxiety spell that you're going through, I do think that you're in a pretty good place of life right now. I mean, I don't think that there is anything to complain about from a material standpoint. It does look like, you know, you have all of your ducks in a row when it comes to your finances or your job, or I mean, there's not a lot of real world stress. Again, this stress is coming from more of an emotional place rather than a, you know, material life, like everyday life situation. But something has shocked you a little. When we get the Tower card, this is always a moment where we are surprised in some way. And it could be a good surprise. With the Star and the Nine of Cups, I mean, these are very positive cards. They do talk about blessings, wishes coming true, just overall positive outlook, similar to the Ten of Cups. But with the Tower here, there may be a surprise, right? Like a positive surprise that has come through, something that you have been wanting for a really long time. Maybe you are now able to manifest that, or it has come into your life already. There's a vision that you've had for yourself, you know, how you saw your life going, and, you know, maybe there was a moment that triggered you to pretty much see that, hey, like, everything that I've been working on, now I see it and I'm living it. And maybe this Tower is more of a surprise, like you had this aha moment where you realize that all of your hard work has paid off, and that, you know, that dream, that goal that you've been working toward is finally here, and you're living in it, which is great. I also feel for some of you that this surprise may be that has to do with another person. I'm trying to intuitively feel this out, because for some of you it does feel like you thought you knew where you stood with someone, and for some reason something happened, you saw something that told you otherwise. Because with the Star, there's also this energy around, how can I say this? Like attention, right? Like everyone looking at this one thing or this one person and getting attention. And again, it goes into that observing or that staring that I was picking up on in the meditation of like, something happened, you saw something happen around a person, about a person that has captured your attention, got your attention, and what you thought about this person has changed because of that. How you saw them has changed. The relationship that you thought you had with them has changed. And I don't think that it's very intentional. This does feel surprising. And it just changed your perspective on who this person is and what you thought you had with them. That's what it feels like. Sorry, I have to figure out a good process or layout for my cards when I'm doing these readings. I don't know. I am still new to YouTube and making readings, so bear with me. Sorry. Yeah, there's an energy of moving away from something, which you need to, because you're in this anxious mode here, this overthinking. Those thoughts, right? This is all in the mind. These are all thoughts that you're having when it comes to the Nine of Swords, and then over here we have the Six of Swords. This has to do with our logic. It also has to do with communication, how we think. And so if you have all these swords or all these thoughts and they're just kind of bombarding your mind right now, overtaking your mind, there is a need to kind of do away with them and move away from all of this anxiety and overthinking. This is not real. If you're in a fear-based mentality and you think that you're going to be hurt or something like that, remember, like, these are just thoughts. This is not reality. These are the stories that you're creating in your mind that is causing anxiety around the situation. You're okay, right? Like, you're safe, right? Physically, you're all right. And it does show that you're in a really good spot with all of the other, things in life. So just ground yourself and calm down a little bit. Because there is a call to move away from this overthinking into a more accepting vibration. Accepting the situation for what it is. I understand that you may not have all of the answers that you're looking for, because that's another reason why we can overthink like this, especially if it has to do with the person that you are not talking to and we just want to know, right? Like, that gets that makes the story, that's what creates the stories in our head, is that when we don't have the answers, when we don't know something. But I just think that the situation is not as bad as you think. And we have to accept that others are on their own path in life and on their own journey in life. And as harsh as it sounds, sometimes that journey doesn't have anything to do with us, right? And we need to accept that and be okay with that. Just some advice. feels like you think that there's nothing you can do, that you feel stuck. You feel stuck in the place that you're in. Maybe you feel like you're being controlled by this situation, even by this other person. I'm also picking up on another type of scenario where there is another energy coming in here besides you and this person or this situation that is making you feel trapped. So it could be a reason for anxiety to come through, that you feel obligated to someone or something and you can't get out of the situation. You are observing and staring at this person over here that's going through their own thing. You're in fear, you have anxiety, you feel trapped, and it's sort of like blaming another person or another situation. So this type of person is very different from her over here, and this could be male or female. But while this person is very logical, clear-headed, a little detached, right? He or she does not allow their emotions to take over their actions. You know, it's not that they don't feel, they do, but they're about making the logical, practical decision. Whereas this person is more so in their ego and a little bit more selfish is what I'm feeling around this person. Kind of like always about me, right? Like a little bit more selfish. And they may have a hold on you of some sort, and you feel like you can't get away or get out of it. There is love coming up here. Why would you feel fear and feel trapped if there is love? Is it a false love? Is it a perception? Is it, this is how love is supposed to be? It also feels like you're saying, I have the love that I wanted, but there's something happened that it's like, okay, that is not what I thought. That is not what I expected. And now I am trapped in this situation. Whoa, there's a lot of people coming up here. Okay. Let's see. Seriously. All right, let's break it down. Kind of go from the beginning a little. So you have anxiety. You're anxious about a love situation. That something happened. Something surprised you where it just started to give you this anxiety, and you started to overthink a situation. Someone else is distant and detached and is not really paying attention to you, while you feel trapped in a situation that you thought you wanted but you didn't, or you thought you wanted, but when you had it, it was something completely different. And there's a need to accept that situation. And this, look at this here, is also what I was getting earlier in the meditation around, you're staring at one person while the other person is staring at something different. The other person wasn't staring at another person. The person you were staring at was staring at something different, a situation. It was more of an act of watching something happening, but it didn't feel like they were looking out to be with another person. It just felt like their thoughts and their energy is focused on something different while your energy is focused on them. And I know that that sounds really harsh, and I do apologize for that. But that's how I'm getting it. That's what's coming through. There's a need to just step away from the anxious, and anxiety that you're having, and accept a situation for what it is. It surprised you. It changed your perspective around the relationship that you're in or the person that you're dealing with. And again, it goes into how we are all on our own journey, and we can't expect, expectations are what ruins things in most cases when it comes to relationships. We're with the person not for what they can do for us, but because we love and accept them for who they are. We should be whole within ourselves, not needing them to fulfill a certain, place that we can't fulfill for ourselves, right? Like, we need to fulfill these things for ourselves. And if we decide to be with another person or be in a relationship, and we have expectations around how they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to treat us, what are they going to do for us, all of those things. At some point, yes, that is all going to come crashing down, because more often than not, a human being is not going to be able to satisfy every expectation that we have, right? So if you find yourself in this situation, the best advice that I can give you right now is just accept it for what it is. There is a lot of mess happening here, and you just want to step back, and before you continue to drive yourself a little crazy. And what is it that you need, right? What are you lacking from this situation? It's not fulfilling you. So why is that? What are you looking for? I want to get some more clarity on some of these people. So this queen is a nurturer. She is very loving, very caring. She could be a little quiet, very intuitive, sensitive, little fragile. And I'm picking up on the fragility of this person, the purity of this person. Whoever this is, they don't have bad intentions. She has the cup. She's facing the cup. She's coming out of love here. She is not, again, she doesn't have expectations from anyone. Her intention is pure love. Whoever this is a person that, you want to acknowledge and sort of hold on to, because at least you know that they are there for you. And I don't know how she plays a role in all of this yet. This King of Wands is a passionate person. They are a go-getter. They see what they want, and they usually get what they want. They're persistent. They have really good strategy, really good tactics to obtaining the object of their desire. I feel like this king sees love in a person, but this person over here, this energy over here, there's like a trap, like I'm trapped here for some reason. So there could be a third party situation happening where somebody else is involved, and there's somebody just feels trapped. This is like your sort of normal third party situation, and I'm sorry, I am picking up on that. I don't think that, and I just want to say this, I don't think you would feel trapped, and I don't think that you would be looking out to this person. I feel like these two are the same. I don't think you would be looking out to that person if it wasn't for this surprise or whatever this is that happened that made you change your perspective on something. That's honestly, that's really what I'm feeling. So again, you are overthinking because you find yourself in a situation and you don't know what direction to take and who to be with. You're dealing with someone who all of a sudden makes you feel like you are trapped and you are stuck with them while you are desiring another person because you saw something surprising that now this other person is your wish fulfillment, is your desire, and you are intensely staring and observing them. Staring at them and observing them, sorry. Because you want fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. You want love. Advice for you would be, if this is how you're feeling, then you want to think about this relationship that you're in here. Is this what, why are you with this person? Why did you get with them to begin with in the first place? Because if you were truly fulfilled with this person, no matter what this other person did that surprised you, that shocked you, it wouldn't matter if you truly were fulfilled here. If you're the type that the grass is always greener on the other side, okay, then that's the situation. It's probably a typical thing. But if you are truly in love with your person, this reading isn't for you. Because it wouldn't matter what this other person is doing. But now all of a sudden you feel trapped in your relationship because you saw something else that someone else was doing. And this person doesn't even know about you. Oh, sorry. I apologize for how my tone and my approach is. I am a direct type of person, and you know, I try to tell it like I'm feeling it, like I'm seeing it, without the sugarcoating. So I hope that you're all right with that. Don't force it. If it's not your reading, please. And if it is, again, just step back and evaluate what it is you're doing, what you want out of love and out of relationship, and accept the situation. First and foremost, the best thing to do is stop having all of these thoughts and stop overthinking and come back to reality, so you can really ground yourself and figure out your situation and do what's best for you and everyone else involved. Cool? All right. Thank you so much for listening and getting through the reading. I appreciate it once again. I hope to do more readings in the future, so I'll see you the next time. Thank you.